He's got that long wingspan.
Ball to the hoop for the dunk.
Oh, man.
That in-and-out dribble and a timeout take.
LaMelo. How did he do that? Most guys would have had vertigo.
50 points against the Bucks, 44 against the Magic, 32 against the Heat. Over his last 4 games, LaMelo Ball averaged 40 points per game. This is the same kid who skipped traditional high school basketball, played in Lithuania, Australia, the one whose dad said he was better than Steph Curry when he was still in high school. The one who wasn't supposed to be able to shoot, who was called a circus act, who many labeled as just another social media sensation. Now, he's the NBA's second leading scorer at 31 points per game, only behind Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he's doing it with a style that's completely his own. So how did the youngest Ball brother go from being basketball's biggest question mark to one of the league's most unstoppable players? This is why LaMelo Ball shouldn't be this good. Most NBA superstars take the traditional route, but in 2017, at just 16 years old, LaMelo Ball's path took a dramatic turn. It started even earlier, in preschool, when his father made him skip a grade just so he could play with his brothers. By freshman year at Chino Hills, a 5'10" LaMelo was already making national headlines. The numbers don't lie. That legendary 92-point game, the viral moment when even Stephen Curry marveled at his confidence. A high school freshman launching and making half-court shots with no hesitation. Then in 2017, before his junior year, everything changed. No more traditional high school. Instead, at 16, he became the youngest American to ever play professional basketball in Lithuania. By 2019, at just 18 years old, he was playing in Australia's NBL. Despite shooting struggles, 37.7% from the field and 25% from 3, he was showing flashes of brilliance. Back-to-back triple-doubles before a foot injury cut his season short. At 19, he entered the 2020 NBA draft as the most scrutinized prospect in his class. But the numbers told a different story than his critics. From 15.7 points per game his rookie year to now averaging 31.1 points, second in the NBA. From a 35.2% three-point shooter his rookie year to the confident scorer who just dropped 50 points against the Bucks. As Hornets head coach Charles Lee put it, he's like the engine for us. If we have a healthy LaMelo Ball, I think we're going to do a lot of really good things. When you really look at LaMelo Ball's numbers, they tell a story that nobody saw coming. 31.1 points per game in 2024. Let that sink in. Only Giannis Antetokounmpo is scoring more in the entire NBA, but it's how he's doing it that's turning heads. Let's break down his last 4 games before the injury. 50 points against the Bucks, his career high. 44 points versus the Magic. 32 against the Heat, 35 against the Pistons. That's a 40-point average over 4 games, while still dishing out assists left and right. Look at his evolution. 2020-2021, 15.7 points per game. 2021-2022, 20.1 points per game. 2022-2023, 23.3 points per game. 2023-2024, 31.1 points per game. Opening night this season, he became just the 11th player in NBA history to post at least 30 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds in a season opener. The stats: 34 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. But it's not just scoring. His complete stat line is ridiculous. 31.1 points, 6.9 assists, 5.4 rebounds, shooting 43% from the field, making 35.6% from three-point range. And here's the kicker. He's doing all this at just 23 years old. The same age when most players are just finding their footing in the league. The only thing that's been able to slow him down? Availability. Over the past 2 seasons, he's played in just 58 games, and now, after this incredible stretch, another setback with a calf strain. As his coach put it, it just shows the competitor that he is, the resilient person that he is. He had stayed consistent with his work ethic. But raw numbers only tell half the story. What makes LaMelo Ball truly special is how he plays the game. First, let's talk about his passing, the skill that sets him apart. At 6'7", he sees angles that shouldn't exist. He doesn't just pass to open teammates, he passes them open. The vision that had NBA scouts buzzing hasn't just translated, it's evolved. Watch this closely. Notice how he keeps his dribble low despite his height. That's not normal for a 6'7" guard. But then comes the magic. No-look passes with either hand off a live dribble. The kind of plays that make both teams' benches react. Then there's his shooting. Remember that guy who shot 37.7% in Australia? Gone. He's now pulling up from anywhere, anytime. That 50-point game against Milwaukee? 17 made field goals, including 6 threes. The confidence never left, but now the efficiency matches it. In the pick and roll, he's become nearly unstoppable. The height of a forward with the handle of a guard. Too tall for point guards to contest, too quick for bigger defenders to contain. And if you send help, that's when the magic happens. But where he truly shines is in transition. Those full-court passes from his Chino Hills days, they've evolved into precision strikes. The game seems to slow down for him while everyone else is sprinting. His head coach Charles Lee said it best. He's like the engine for us. He helps everyone around him continue to be better too, which is really exciting. Watch this sequence. The handle creates space, the height to see over the defense, the confidence to attempt the impossible, and the skill to make it look easy. This isn't just basketball. This is art in motion. This is what makes LaMelo special. He's not just a scorer who can pass or a passer who can score. He's a basketball savant who plays the game in a way that's entirely his own. The street ball flair of his youth combined with professional precision. The showman who backs it up with substance. But there's an elephant in the room. A question that haunts every Hornets fan, every NBA analyst, and every basketball purist who marvels at LaMelo's talent. The numbers are sobering. 2021 to 2022, 75 games played. 2022-2023, 36 games. 2023-2024, 22 games. And now, sidelined again with a left calf strain. The Hornets are feeling it. They've lost 4 straight, 8 of their last 10. When he's off the floor, they're a different team. When he's on it, they're a playoff contender, just like when they made the play-in tournament with him healthy. Think about this. He just had the best stretch of his career. 50 points against Milwaukee, averaging 40 over 4 games. Second in NBA scoring only to Giannis. And then, his coach Charles Lee said it perfectly. If we have a healthy LaMelo Ball, I think we're going to do a lot of really good things. The talent around him is there. Brandon Miller, the veterans, a roster built to compete. All they need is their engine, their 23-year-old superstar to stay on the floor. Just imagine, what if we got 82 games of this LaMelo? What if the guy dropping 40-point games and impossible dimes could do it for a full season? What if the NBA's most creative player had the time to show us everything in his bag? Because right now, at just 23 years old, LaMelo Ball is showing us glimpses of something we've never seen before. The question isn't about his talent anymore, it's about time. Time to show us just how special he can be. LaMelo Ball shouldn't be this good. A kid who skipped traditional high school, who played pro ball at 16, who was called a gimmick. He shouldn't be averaging 31 points in the NBA. He shouldn't be making passes that break the laws of physics. He shouldn't be dropping 50 points on championship contenders. But here we are. At 23 years old, he's already an all-star. The NBA's second leading scorer, a 6'7" point guard who plays the game like he invented it. Maybe it's because no one told him how he was supposed to play. Maybe it's because he learned the game backwards, going pro before he could drive. Or maybe this is exactly who LaMelo Ball was always meant to be. Not just a scorer, not just a playmaker, but something entirely new. As his coach said, he's like the engine for us. He wants to be a winner, wants to impact winning. So no, LaMelo Ball shouldn't be this good, but he is, and if he can stay healthy, he might just show us a version of basketball we've never seen before. This isn't just the LaMelo Ball story. This is the story of what happens when you throw out the rulebook and write your own.